Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy, No Limit Bubs, and I'm here in part two of my walkthrough guide for the new game, The Hunter, Call of the Wild. Uh, Last time in my first video, I just kind of showed out a layout of the game, kind of some information from the main screen on, looking into the settings, looking into the bugs, a little bit of background information on the game itself. It's previous first installment game, other games the developers made, all that kind of mumbo jumbo. But I told you when I finished my last video, in this next one, we are going to actually hit the field, put some boots in the mud, fire some bullets, drop some bodies, just have a good old time. So we're going to do that today. But before I jump ahead of that, I'm going to back pace a bit. I talked to a couple of my close friends about my first video, and they stated that my volume was a little too high. So apparently you guys couldn't really hear me between the background music, and I just want to fix that. So right now I currently went through already everything, and I've turned down most of the volume in the game. I turned up my mic a bit. I kind of got all that sorted out. So we'll go from there. We'll see how it is. But obviously when you're playing the game, you'll want to have it, obviously, the volume a little higher. You want to be able to hear these sounds. You want to hear the trees blow, and you want to hear the rain drop, and you want to really get that feeling that you're out there in the field. So now we're going to jump forward. We're going to start a new game. Obviously, I'm going to delete my previous progress because you guys don't know where I've been, what I've shot, or how far I've gotten, so we'll hit OK. So when you start a new game, you get to choose between your gender, which is obviously a male or female. I'm going to take a male. There's 3 different skin tones. I like going with tone A. Buddy's got an iron jaw. Looks like he could stop anything. And then when you look at the reserves, there's 2 different reserves. There's the Hirschenfelden Hunting Reserve, and then there's the Layton Lake District. Both of them vary with different wildlife that you'll find in them. Landscape's a little bit different, but it's really your preference on where you want to go. It generally says you should start in the Hirschenfelden, but I personally like the Layton Lake District. I like getting right out there, finding the big game, and having a real challenge. Don't worry, doesn't matter what you choose when you start. I'll show you that when you go to the map, you're able to switch between different reserves in game times, so you're able to go where you want, how you want, and do what you want. So I'm going to start the game. It's going to load up. We're going to meet our boy Colton. I believe it's Colton Locke, the doc, the man. Call him the sheriff around here. But he's a good guy. He gives you a lot of good data, a lot of good information, and he's got your back. Let's just say that. So from what I've gathered by starting this a couple times and coming in, I guess you've come in on a boat, you got off on a dock, and here's your little trapper shacks. This isn't really a starting outpost. There's not really much to do here. It's just more scenic things. But there's my dock. And I guess this is the only way to go. So try to find an animal track around here. I'll get the first quest accepted, obviously. Your phone comes in and out with tab. They'll tell you that. So I messed up the first time I played and I hit backspace, so I kind of believe that I lost all chances to do the quests within the game. So it took me a while to realize how to get the quests going, but once you get them going, it's good. So I'm going to hit enter, going to get it going. This is your first quest, and this is hopefully what I'm going to try to accomplish in this video. I don't want to take up too much time, but the first steps, you got to locate a track, you want to shoot an animal, and then we'll hunt down that animal and try harvesting it. So before I get in too much for the controls, if you hit escape and you come up to this page, just gives you your map. As you can tell, it's a big area. This is all the different undiscovered areas that you want to try getting to, and if you hover over, it'll tell you how roughly long it would take you to walk to that area in game time. So 157 minutes, that's astronomical. Anywho, as I said, you can switch reserves at any time. You can go back to the Hirschfelden, or you can stick in the Lake District. I'm going to stick in Layton. Gonna hide that. Here's your mission log. This tells you what's going on. Look at those handlebars. What a gem. Anywho, gonna carry on. Here's my inventory. You start with a gun. You start with some binoculars, a roe deer collar, and a deer bleat collar. This is really what you start with. You don't really need to keep buying more right away. This is perfect what you start with. It allows you to really hunt anything. Cool thing about this game is there's skill points that are obviously unlocked by doing specific tasks and all that stuff. And then by unlocking these, you're able to almost build your character how you want to do. We won't talk too much about this because this will come more in play once I start unlocking these points. So I'll move down another row and then we'll look at perks. This is the same thing. You can start doing builds on what weapons you use most and all that stuff. Here's your codex. This is for any problems or questions you have about the game. It will tell you everything. It goes from the hunter to the hunting log to the areas and all that. So there's even a tutorial log that will help you get through. But I wouldn't look at that because then you don't have to come see me. And obviously, you know you want to come see me. And then here's your system. You can do some quick setting changes, and then that's your exit to your desktop. But I'm going to get out of here. So,
there's no shortage of ways to earn money as a hunter.
I don't want to interrupt my boy.
To spend it either.
As I said in the first game, obviously, this is a new style of game that they're doing where everything that you can unlock can be purchased by killing animals, harvesting the animals, and earning money for that. You'll see that more of that later in this video. Anywho, I use a mouse and keyboard. You're able to use a controller. I just like the keyboard and mouse. It's just more natural. So, I'm going to talk about this. If you look into your right-hand side, you'll see your compass. You'll see that cone. And if you want to look at that cone, that's your wind direction. So how the cone's going shows you how the wind is coming at you. So technically right now, the wind is blowing from a south-southwest. So that really plays an important role when you're trying to hunt, because if you're downwind from an animal, obviously it will be able to catch your scent and it will leave the area. It'll put off some warning calls, all that stuff. There's one right there. I'm gonna hit E. Ooh, black-tailed D. Oh, watch. This is gonna be too quick. I'm not even gonna have to move to go find something. Alright, anyway, we'll get back to that lower right-hand corner. There's your ammo. There's your health bar. There's your heartbeat. That really helps. You really got it. Not helps, but you want to keep an eye on that when you're sprinting around and that kind of stuff, because when you go to pull up your gun and shoot, you want to be able to hold your breath. But holy Lord, look at that guy. Just literally came out of right here for me. He knew that he wanted to go down. Wow, what a deer. See? Caught my attention. Ran. Wasn't fast enough. I was talking to you guys. Don't worry. There's a lot of animals out here. Again, we'll get back to that bar. If you look beside your heartbeat, that's your stance. So currently we're standing. If you hit control, that will bring you down to a half stance. And I'm pretty sure if you hit Z, that goes right prone. So we'll just stand back up. And then to the right of that is your sound bar. So that tells you how much noise you're making in the natural environment. So when you walk, as I do this, you'll see that it'll start rising. I noticed currently, I don't know if it's a bug, but your volume always kind of, like, it's really hard to control that. So my easiest thing is just really run around, make your noise, and then once you start hearing calls, start pulling out your caller, call them over, and fill them with lead. So that deer kind of went that way. We're going to walk a bit. We're going to try finding some tracks. They highlight with a white highlight, so they aren't really hard to find. But most of the time you can just find stuff out hanging out. Just like that. Like I could have been done this video. But I let that guy walk away. So right here, here's our first track. It's animal dung. So that tells you that this black-tailed deer was just in the area and it decided to take a poop. So I'm assuming that if that's there and that was just now, I bet you I can pull a scope and maybe find something walking around the brush line. Currently not. Poop doesn't show direction, only tracks do. And blood shots, but we'll talk about that after too. So
there are times when you want to be moving fast out here, but
ooh, that guy's back. I'm gonna crouch.
Coming a mile away.
I'm gonna keep an eye on my wind, and I'm gonna start making some calls.
Stay low when you're stalking an animal to avoid being seen.
I'm gonna put this guy out. He'll walk. Give him time. He'll catch. I don't want to go too quick because I have a feeling that he'll hear me. Where could he be? Let's pull out my other favorite caller with the loopy noise, the bleat. Boom. Let's see what we can get with this bad boy. Nothing. Actually, this is the first minor mistake I made in my communication. With the weather on your compass, with the wind patterns, I actually screwed up. The way the cone expands is the way the wind's going. Easiest way you can, if you get messed up, is to just look at the trees. You're able to see the way the wind's blowing. So technically right now, if I stay on the left side of where I heard that call, I'll probably be spotted. But hey, why not? We're in the bush. But if not, I'm going to probably just do another little scan around here. Oh, look, there's the tracks. So they say when you're hunting with the tracks, you should try going in prone. Not even prone, just in crouch to keep it down quiet, but you'll still make the same amount of noise. Here's my first track. Barely went in the northeast direction, but you know how I know it didn't? Because I know there's tracks over here to the south. So if it's highlighted blue, that means that's the animal that you are currently tracking. So to currently watch those. So this guy's just bouncing around. Heard something in the bush that could have been him. And when you look at the prints, oh, the rabbit.
Sounds like Richard's gonna need a helping hand.
What I was saying is it tells you on the tracks when you look at them if it's trotting, if it's running, if it's walking. And that really helps out everything. So we're just going to turn around from this, but we're going to start hiking in this way.
Richard Hope.
I'm not really looking for a coyote right now.
I can fill you in on the details later.
Knowing my luck, not my luck, knowing how greedy I am, let's just say that, I always like going for a nice bear or a nice big deer right away. I like to try getting antlers on it. Put something on the wall, you know. But beautiful game. Map's huge. Landscapes just beautiful. It's majestic. You get lost in this. So we're gonna keep moving. I usually hustle around until I start hearing some calls. They start making like a warning call or something like that. Let other deers know that I'm in the area. Let's hop on these tracks. This guy looks like he's walking. We'll keep going. The problem is once you leave the path, once you hit the foliage, it really expands, or not expands. It increases your noise level. So anything around the corner can just spot you right away. Not even spot you, just hear you. And you know, knowing these animals, right here, he's telling you.
This time of year. If an animal hears you approaching, you better believe it'll turn tail and run. Or worse.
Ooh, guy's almost downwind. But I want to get to a good high ridge before. He's heard me. I always try finding almost like real hunting areas where you can sit down. Not sit down, but you're on top of a hill, you're preached, and you're looking around because it's sometimes hard to catch these guys. But I'm currently not really liking this area right now, solely because the way the wind's going and everything seems like it's behind me, so I'm just going to carry further up. I always try just following the way the wind's going, because if you're downhill, that means nothing's smelling you, which means you probably got a good chance of shooting something. So, we're hiking around. Whoa. No, I know I'm not going to be able to go up that way. Should have shot that deer right away, guys. I apologize. I remember the one time I started, I literally came over this ridge and I just put my binoculars out and wow, look, there it is again. Another bear. So what we're going to do is, since we're downwind, I'm actually not even going to crouch. I'm going to try zooming in. See, I'm a little too far. So if I can get a little closer to this bear, maybe I can pull off the shot and we'll finish this first quest up.
Be sure to aim for its vital organs. Heart and lung shots mean quicker kills, less painful. Gentle now. Take a deep breath.
I don't
To
want to
steady
really
your
run
aim.
after this guy. If I can get to this rock without him running. Plop a squat. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Baby, that thing was shot.
It's bleeding, so that's a
Put
hit.
another one in it.
Follow the blood trail
Oh, I
west.
think I missed that one.
Shouldn't have gone far.
Looks like Buddy's legged. Oh, no. He doesn't even know what's happened. He's probably bleeding. He's like, whoa. Where do I go? What do I do? How much blood have I lost? Oh, trying to try hitting him when he comes through the bush here. Oh, sucker's still coming. Apparently the bears will come and, I'm going to reload just in case he tries attacking me. Normally I put them down with one shot. Right there, buckshot. Look at that, guys. That thing was coming for me. Wow. You don't know how excited I am. Man, normally you put one shot in that thing, you put it right in its spine, and you put it right in those lungs, it's going down before it even knows what hit it. Wow. A vital hit. I wonder what I hit it at over there. We'll see when I go to harvest it, but wow, that's a sucker and a half. Holy. Here's, gonna pull out my little phone. Look at that. Boom, baby. What's up? I would love if in the next installment you're able to use your phone as a selfie, you know, just over the shoulder. Hey, Mom, look what I got. But enough fun and games. Let's examine it. I bet you this video is getting pretty long, so it's probably good for me to end it. Anyway, I'm gonna hit E. I'm gonna confirm it. Wow, look at that. 4 shots. 4 shots. First one. That's. See, like. Wow. Crazy. That first shot went right in the jaw. Come on. You would think that'd put it down. Then that's where it went sour. Another headshot. Left lung. And apparently the biggest percentage shot for taking it down was, like I said, right in the spine. That was my last shot. Wow. That thing would have attacked me and I would have lost probably a lot of health. I probably would have died and had to restart a whole video again. Anywho, here's a little information on it. Sorry I had to kill a mama. Average size bear. And I guess it wasn't clean enough or a good enough kill that I didn't get a medal. XP's low, but I got cash. So cash is money, and money helps you buy better things. So since sour weather's on the horizon, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you again, everyone, for watching. Like, comment, share. I'm No Limit Bubs. I want to keep this walkthrough guide going. And have a good day. We'll be back soon, hopefully, for some more quests. Let's see what my next quest is going to be. I got to go to a lookout point. So that's where we'll start my next video. And thanks for everything again. Ooh, P.S. Anyone who has anything kind of say about anything, please add your input in. I just want to mention that I tried doing all these videos in one cut. I'm not really good with editing softwares or programs right now, so it takes a while to get a good cut like this anyway, so I may sound dumb, but at least you know it's real. Anywho, No Limit Bubs again, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully don't get too far ahead of me, and we'll be back soon. Well, have a good one.